Now, Pakistan has witnessed one of the deadliest spells of terror this week. Balochistan has witnessed back-to-back attacks with nearly about 5 dozen incidents that have been reported across the country in the span of just the last 3 days. On the 16th of March, a Pakistani army convoy was targeted in a deadly attack in the Noshki district. At least about 11 people, including 9 security personnel, were killed in the suicide bombing. Now, this came just 5 days after the BLA had hijacked a train with over 400 hostages in the province, demanding for the release of the Baloch political prisoners. The train, that is the Jafar Express, was travelling from Quetta to Peshawar when it was ambushed in the Bolan Pass, an important gateway to the Baloch frontier, connecting Quetta with Sibi by road and by railways. The security forces responded with the Operation Green Bolan. While most hostages were rescued, the siege ended at the cost of 27 civilian lives. All right, now to give us more updates in terms of what is happening in Pakistan at this moment, we're joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik, who's joining us live from Quetta in Balochistan. Anas, give us a sense of what's unfolding here, because what we are witnessing is a wave after wave of attack that is being perpetrated, especially targeting the Pakistani security forces. Why is the Pakistani security establishment, how is it dealing with this, and why hasn't it been able to put a lid on these kind of incidents so far?
Well, what happens here in Balochistan going forward is actually dependent on the fate of the outcome of the meeting that is happening miles away in Islamabad. That is a Parliamentary Committee on National Security, which is currently underway. It's over 5 hours since it's been ongoing, and the Pakistani, both the civilian leadership and the military leadership, are currently in that particular huddle itself in a bid to get the policy forward, a unified policy forward with regards to pushing forward as to how to go about whether to launch a military operation, whether to go for a strike or not, and so on and so forth. That is what how things are going on, panning out on the ground. In Quetta, at least, there is this sense of palpable fear with the onset of Eid, the festivity of Eid and the holy month of Ramadan ending. There are heightened security measures. The security forces say that they are trying their level best to make sure and prevent any untoward situation that might arise, and that they are prepared to deal with any such situation going forward. Saleh?
Right. Now, you're also joining us from Quetta in Balochistan. At this moment, this attack that took place on the 16th of March in the Noshki district, has any group claimed responsibility for the suicide bombing?
Well, the suicide bombing was claimed by the banned terror outfit and the militant group, Balochistan Liberation Army, and that's what we know, that it was a coordinated attack where first IEDs, then RPGs, and then suicide bombing followed on that particular convoy that had about 7 buses and 4 cars, in which at least 11 people had lost their lives. That included 9 security personnel and 2 civilian drivers. Saleh?
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Anas Malik, for joining us with all those updates there.